This has to be the thinnest flashlight I've ever come across. What's happening? I'm Bernardo with Fat Bear EDC, and this is the Warsun T5 Pro. As you can see, it is a super thin flashlight. It's got a couple different modes. Before I kind of get into that, quick disclaimer, Warsun did reach out, asked me if I wanted to check out any of their gear, and this is the flashlight I picked. But it won't, they haven't given me any direction, and it won't prevent me from giving you the good, the bad, and the ugly. But so far, I actually really like it a lot. It is, as you can see, it's like super thin. It's thin as a flash, not a flashlight, but as thin as a pencil, pretty much. Maybe even a little thinner. Comes with a great little pocket clip there. As you can see, has a little measuring markers there too, kind of good for measuring any kind of bolts. But really, it's a nice handy little flashlight. It's got a couple different lumens, a couple different light modes. So you have a clear light here with a couple different modes, and then a couple different modes here. So you have a amber light, and then you also have a signal that goes red and blue. But let's just kind of take a look. So here's kind of the way it functions. To actuate all the different lumens, you actually just press the button here, and then it goes and starts cycling through them. So let's kind of go through here and see what we got. We got a, I guess just kind of like a bright mode. Then it goes over into your lantern or service light, and then you have a couple different modes there for that. And then you go into your signal red, blue signal light there. If you haven't noticed, you have to cycle through every single thing. And I think that's really the only downfall of this flashlight. That's a little unfortunate. So if you want to get to this different modes, you do have to cycle there. Another mode that it has as well is, it's not blinking. That's just my camera there. But if it does have a strobe, so that's kind of why I wanted to let you guys know there. So if you hit it 2 times, you get a strobe mode as well. So you can signal with that as well. But it is a great little, like, super skinny flashlight. Fits in the bag really well, kind of just, it slips right in. Do I think this is a great pocket flashlight? Yes. I don't think I'd pocket clip it necessarily. I think this clip is more for, kind of putting on your shirt to work with it, or maybe even on a hat as well. You could, clip it on a hat. It's super lightweight, so you could definitely do that. It's USB-C rechargeable. You just kind of do that little guy there, and then it'll switch over when it's fully charged. The other feature that it has a magnet, which is pretty clutch as well. So if you do want to position it on something metal and have it point over, and having the 2 lights on the different positions there, like on the 90 degree from one another, makes it really handy for that. Who do I think this flashlight's for? I think it's a great little EDC. I will say that I think, having to signal through all the different lights, it can be a little cumbersome. To turn it off, if you're in any mode, you essentially just hold it down and it'll shut off. So that's kind of nice. But it is kind of, if you're kind of in this mode here and you turn it off for whatever reason, you want to go back to it, you don't. So you have to kind of signal through it. I mean, for the classless flashlight, it's really not that expensive, so I think it's not that big of a deal. Being rechargeable is awesome. Being super thin like this, makes it super unique. I do like that they're kind of trying to add as many features as possible. Some guys don't really care for the measurements. I kind of think, if you can put them on there, it's nice to have. If you're at the store or something, you measure a bolt or something like that on there. How does it carry compared to a couple other EDC lights? The O clip, here's kind of one that I really like as well. As you see, super thin. When this thing goes in my pocket, it essentially kind of disappears. Here's a Olight Baton 4 Pro. This is kind of a more robust kind of a working light. So really great light as well, but as you can see, super heavy, not as thin. This thing kind of just disappears and it gives you all the brightness that you kind of need. Being magnetic makes it super handy to kind of put it in different places. As I mentioned, the clip, I really do appreciate it. I haven't really been clipping it. I've just been kind of throwing it in my pocket. And because of its shape, you know, because it's kind of, it's large, but it weighs nothing. So you don't really feel it in the pocket. But when you dig in there, it's easy to kind of just grab it out of there. Super easy to find the button too, which is kind of nice. Like I said, I think the only downfall here would be, it'd be awesome to have the memory sitting there. If you guys like flashlight videos and you dig EDC stuff like this, I do videos once a week. So love to have you as a subscriber, so please hit the subscribe. But would I EDC this? Yes, I would. I think this is a great also secondary light to kind of put in a bag. It's lightweight, so you never really feel it. It's rechargeable, which is kind of sweet. It's got all the signal lighting that I would typically want. I think strobe is awesome to have. I think I'm glad that most manufacturers are adding strobe to everything, because it is really just a great signaling light. Like you're crossing the street at night, you know, you just shine it at the floor. It's really great. But this, I think, is kind of like why I think it's a great EDC light is because of the different light modes that it has, right? This mode right here is great to just kind of clip on maybe and set up. The other light, you know, it makes sense that they made the top light the first one, because I think that's what you kind of maybe search with really quick and then maybe shut off. And then if you're trying to get to work, you kind of go to what I call like the service mode or lantern mode there, like that. But again, guys, I'm Bernardo with Fat Bear EDC. This has been my video on the Warsun T5 Pro. If you guys have any comments, any questions, please leave a comment. If you guys like my video, found any value in it, please hit me up with a like, and I will catch you in the next one.